Hey everyone, Jim from Black Lion Sabers coming at you with another finished commission video. As promised, we're going to be going through a bunch of Graflexes, and this is the first completed one. This is the 89 Sabers model in the Force Awakens and The Last Jedi configuration. This was a, not a new install, but a gut and redo on this one. This one was originally installed with a prism and a blue-blue-white tri-Crait LED. Took all that out and put in a Proffie 1.5 with Neopixel setup and a crystal chamber. So we'll check that out in just a little bit. But I'm going to show you the outside of the hilt first. As I mentioned, Force Awakens Last Jedi configuration. So it's got the Cobalt D-ring down here with the blank cap cover right there. Got the stock rubber 89 grips, 89 Sabers grips, which are okay. Got a Wanawanga circuit card right here with the clear and gold traces. I replaced the glass eye with a TCS thumb screw. The one that was in it was a clear one, and I kind of like the smoke. I didn't really like it much at first, but the smoke looked kind of growing on me. So yeah, I ordered a TGS, the Graflex shop glass eye, grinded down the ridges or the knurling on it so I could get the exposed brass look around the edge here, which is accurate to the film. See if I can get that in close to the camera here. You can kind of see if it would focus. Yeah, so it's got that brass knurling. When the original one, or the brass, when the original one had the knurling going. So yeah. Anyway, so also as I mentioned, this is a thumb screw now. So this is blade retention. Do not need any kind of tools to operate this saber either. So to take the blade out, unscrew this. Pull the blade out, put the plug in, whatever you want to do. Anyway, yeah, I got your red button back here, bunny ears, and got a nice spring-loaded blade plug in there. And blade plug is Neopixel on this one, so I'll show you that in just a little bit. But yeah, oh, I also forgot to mention, it's got a steel clamp cover as well. So pretty accurate to TFA, TLJ. I think the only way we could improve that a little bit more is to get some rivets down here and change the grips up a little bit from the stock 89 ones, but pretty good for what it's meant for. Anyway, let's go ahead and open it up and show you the inside. This is for a customer that is a Purdue graduate, and so I figured that it would be kind of fun to have his chassis be gold and black to kind of match that. So here we go. Chassis is very, very similar to the DV6 one that I just finished as well. Crystal chamber is just about the same. This no longer has the Imperial cog on it, but it's just got a more I don't know, nondescript kind of detail on there now. Yeah, I got your quartz crystal in there with a Neopixel under it. Proffieboard 1.5 right here. Got the black board with the gold traces, so it's still matching the chassis, and got some silver detail in the crystal chamber with your recharge port, 2.1mm, high amp kill switch, train control systems or TCS 28mm WOW speaker there, which I've been using on all my Proffieboards so far. Yeah, and maybe we can test some other ones out soon. But anyway, that's what's on here. Let's go ahead and fire it up so we can see the crystal chamber.
Bring me down there. Keep the door covered and don't advance until I say.
Alright, so that first font is it is a Crait Luke font. custom that I put together, and it's pretty cool because, like I said, well, the owner, he cosplays as Crait Luke, so I figured this would be specific to that character. So we'll fire that up here in a little bit and go through the very special features on it. So yeah, so now we see the crystal chamber there lighting up blue. Still changes colors with the fonts.
Luke Skywalker.
There it goes to green. Yeah, it's kind of a random color change, which I'll talk about in a little bit.
Darth Vader.
Got Darth Vader red. Ahsoka white. Oh man, that's still so bright.
I'm much more in the executive transvestite.
Oh, that's what we call a tease. See, that's the rainbow one.
Smooth Jedi.
And there's going to be our battery.
The galaxy may need a legend.
And back to the beginning. So, okay. Let me put the bottom half back on. And locked in there. It's kind of cool. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but you get a little bit of shine through right there from the crystal chamber. So that's kind of just a reminder that something's going on underneath here. Anyway, I mentioned the Neopixel blade plug. Yeah. So just as the crystal chamber changes color with the blade, the Neopixel blade plug does too. So now I've showed you that, let's go ahead and put the actual blade in. So as I mentioned, unscrew this, pinch your bunny ears, blade plug comes out. There's the connector there. I had to 3D print a holder to get it to fit flush, but that was pretty easy, so that's done. Alright, you got your 1 inch by 36 inch Neopixel blade, and that gets down in there snug, and then tighten the glass eye up and we are good to go. So as I mentioned, Crait Luke, a couple things about that scene. The ignition that Luke uses actually doesn't sound like the Graflex at all. It sounds like his green lightsaber. So I pulled the ignition from a Return of the Jedi font on there, well, several ignitions, so it'll vary some. But the hum is still Graflex. It's, well, specifically Force Awakens Graflex. So it's a kind of a mismatch of a bunch of different fonts that have been put together for this. So we heard the boot up. That was Kylo Ren saying, "Bring him down to, or bring me down to him. Keep the door closed." And now we'll fire it up and we can play the rest of it. Oh, let me turn this light off too. There we go. Smooth swing again. Here, let me do... Oh wait, that's right. I didn't put any on here. So, advanced effects like blaster deflect, clash, lockup doesn't work on this font. And my thinking on that is I don't want to rob the user of effects. Trust me, there are other fonts that have them. But Crait Luke is a ghost. His blade isn't going to clash on anything. He's not going to deflect any blasters. He's not going to lock up with Kylo Ren at all. He's just going to be there. So, no clashes, no blaster deflects, no lockup, just swings and force powers. And the force powers are awesome because they're only Luke trolling Kylo Ren. So, here.
Strike me down in anger and I'll always be with you. Just like your father.
Okay, we'll do some more.
See you around, kid.
Oh yeah.
No.
Alright, we've already heard that one.
Strike me down in anger and I'll always be with you.
Always be with you.
Just like your father.
See if we can get a different one.
No.
Ah, come on.
Strike me down in anger and
It plays them at
I'll always
random,
be with you.
so it may pick the same one over and over again.
Just like your father.
a different one now. Come on.
The rebellion
There we go.
was born today. The war is just beginning, and I will not be the last Jedi.
So yeah, it's all Luke sayings from when he's on Crait. So you can just pull those sound effects out and have a good time with it. So anyway, and there's the retraction. So yeah, there's the Crait Luke font. Moving on. Oh, before we move on, actually, I got a lot of great music for on this Saber. So when the Crait Luke font is on, the track called "The Spark" from the Last Jedi soundtrack plays, and this is the music that Luke walks out to when he faces down the First Order and Kylo Ren. So, yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, alright. For the sake of time, we'll cut that off. On to the next.
Something inside me has always been there, but now it's awake.
So this is episode 8, Rey. Same color blade. Same font that I put on several other Proffie builds, so I'm not going to spend much time on that.
That lightsaber was Luke's.
Same with Graflex 7. Now this color is just a little bit darker than the Last Jedi fonts. Probably can't tell on camera, but yeah. Alright, so customer wanted a lot of different Graflex fonts. So we've got Crait, TLJ Rey, TFA, and I've got 3 Empire Strikes Back ones, including Hoth, from the Crystal Focus 10 default font. Got Dagobah, and I've got Bespin, which is a new Crystal Focus, or no, I'm sorry, a new open source font. Yeah, so let's go through them. Anyway. So yeah, Hoth has the wind sound on it. Blast Reflect. Localized Lockup. And Tip Drag. Whoops. Oh, it does not want to do the drag for some reason. There we go. Got it. Okay. So yeah. Still got the wind going. And retract. Do the ignition one more time. Had a tauntaun going earlier. Hang on. There it is. Oh, I forgot clashes. Okay, moving on.
I'm not afraid. You will be. You will be.
Dagobah. Smooth swing. Force. Localized lockup. And we'll track that one. Most of these ESV ones are the same color, so same font for each.
Impressive. Most impressive.
Bespin. Got some clash or some stabs on here too. Okay, and moving on.
Father's lightsaber.
Ah, A&H. So
Weapon of a Jedi Knight.
here, let me play the music for this. Binary Sunset. Got a cyan blade on this one. It's a little lighter in color. Moving on, Porgs. All right, moving on.
Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker, same as it's been. This is the throne room Luke Skywalker, so it's got that special ignition. Alright, we'll turn this one off. So, if you've seen my video on the Ultra Sabers Monarch, that one had the cyborg font from the Golden Harvest board. Customer saw that and was like, man, that's cool. Can you do that on a Proffie? And I said, I don't know, I'll try. But I was able to do it. So I configured the Proffie to the colors go absolutely nuts. When you turn this thing on, it's really just a cool effect. So here we go. And that is completely at random. Pretty cool. Pretty glad I was able to get that done for the customer. Once again, we'll fire that up. There we go.
Lord Vader.
All right, Rogue Vader. Same as it's been. Okay.
Lady Tano.
Same Ahsoka Tano as the other sabers that I've done. Oh, I did change the music on this one. Before I had just basic Star Wars medley, and now I've got from the Rebels show the music that plays at the end of the episode where Ahsoka disappears after dueling Vader. Awesome score by Kevin Kiner. Anyway, moving on.
I'm much more in the executive transvestite area.
I'm really proud of this one. So a little bit more about this customer. Every year he goes to Dragon to Con, and every year he cosplays as Eddie Izzard, and he's awesome at it. So I really wanted to do something special for that, so I threw together a haphazard Eddie Izzard font. Another request from the customer was a rainbow blade, and I wanted to put the rainbow blade with Eddie Izzard together. So you heard the boot. Let's fire it up. There's the rainbow blade. See it reflecting on my hand there. And it's got your standard smooth swing. Flashes. Lock up. Oh, at the end of the lockup, a bit from the Death Star canteen place. So I'll do that again.
This is canteen. I work here.
So I thought about just putting a random, like Eddie will say a quote during the font, but I wanted to give the user a little bit more control over that. So when you do the force powers, it'll be an Eddie Izzard quote. Let me do another one.
I am Vader. Darth Vader. Lord Vader. I can kill you with a single thought. TNK or death! 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 I have invented a maneuver. I will have the penne alla Arabiata.
So yeah, quite a few quotes on there. Kind of enjoying that as a surprise for the customer. He's not aware that I've done that yet, so looking forward to see what he thinks when he gets it. So yeah, that's the Eddie Izzard font. And then finally got the power the power level on the blade, so you can monitor that.
Galaxy may need a legend.
And now we're back to Crait Luke. So yeah, that is the first of 3 Graflexes that I'm going to do right in a row. Let me unscrew this and put the blade plug back in. There we go. Yeah, the next one that I'm going to do is my 89sabers Graflex, and it is not getting a Proffie. It is getting a Crystal Focus 10. So I haven't installed one of those yet, so that'll be a first experience for me. I do have one spare Crystal Focus that I'll be looking to do for a customer next year. I mentioned in the last video that commissions will be stopping, well, now until next year. Reason being is I've got those couple personal projects, redoing my Graflex, doing the Black Series Ray Graflex to sell. So look for that if you're looking for a already built Saber, especially a Graflex. It will be a basic level build, so not a whole lot of bells and whistles, but more economical. But anyway, after that it will be family time, video game time, Star Wars movie time, through the holidays. So I know that KR Sabers is coming out with their Kylo Ren hilt soon. I plan on picking that up and installing that as well. If it goes well, I'm going to open up crossguard installations, but that will exclude the crossguard, the Corbanth crossguard 2.0, because that's a ton of work to get that thing to well, really function. So not interested in doing that one at all, but I will do like Phoenix props, I'll do the KR ones, and I believe Corbanth is coming out with a new crossguard, so we'll see what that entails as well. But yeah, if you're looking for a commission, keep in mind it'll be January, February before that opens back up. Yeah, appreciate watching. Take a look at the hilt one last time. There it is. Let's light it up. Pretty sweet Graflex. There we go. All right. May the force be with you, and Rapid Sa.